Two young princes, locked away in the Tower of London, vanished without a trace, and no one has ever proven what really happened to them. In 1483, England was in chaos. The 12-year-old Edward V and his 9-year-old brother Richard, Duke of York, were the rightful heirs to the throne. Their father, King Edward IV, had died suddenly, leaving them at the mercy of their ambitious uncle, Richard, Duke of Gloucester. Richard promised to act as their protector, but he soon declared himself king, becoming Richard III. Richard III's rise to power was anything but smooth. He declared the princes illegitimate, citing a previous marriage of their father that he claimed was invalid. This move allowed him to claim the throne. The princes were placed in the Tower of London, initially seen as a place of safety. However, as Richard's reign unfolded, the boys' appearances became increasingly rare, and their presence in the tower grew more mysterious. Eyewitness accounts describe the princes being seen in the tower's garden in the summer of 1483, but by the autumn, they had vanished from view. The tower, once a royal palace, had become a grim prison for the boys. The exact circumstances of their disappearance remain shrouded in secrecy. In 1674, more than 200 years after their disappearance, workers excavating the tower unearthed two small skeletons beneath a staircase. These skeletons were examined and thought to possibly belong to the princes. The bones were found to be those of children who died at a young age, but there was no definitive evidence linking them to Edward and Richard. Despite numerous investigations, the identities of the skeletons remain uncertain. Theories about their fate are numerous. Some historians believe Richard III ordered their deaths to eliminate any threats to his rule. According to this theory, Richard's paranoia and the potential for a rebellion from the loyalists of the princes might have driven him to take drastic measures. However, there was no direct evidence linking Richard to the murders. Richard III was portrayed as a tyrant in Tudor propaganda, which paints a dark picture of his actions. But why would Richard keep the princes in the tower if he intended to kill them? Could they have been moved or hidden elsewhere? Some suggest that the princes might have been secretly smuggled out of the tower and lived in hiding. This theory posits that their identities were changed to protect them from Richard's regime. If they had escaped, who could have helped them? And why was their disappearance so thoroughly covered up? Another theory challenges the traditional narrative. Richard III might have been a scapegoat. After Richard's death at the Battle of Bosworth in 1485, Henry VII, who succeeded him, had every reason to vilify Richard to legitimize his own claim to the throne. Could the story of the murdered princes have been used as Tudor propaganda to demonize Richard and consolidate Henry's power? The Tudor Chronicles, written by those who benefited from Richard's downfall, could have exaggerated or fabricated the tale. Moreover, if Richard was innocent, who else might have wanted the princes removed? Rival factions, ambitious nobles, or even foreign powers might have had a motive to eliminate the boys and frame Richard. The political landscape of 15th century England was fraught with intrigue, and the princes' disappearance could have been a piece in a larger, more complex puzzle. Despite centuries of investigation and historical scrutiny, the true fate of the princes in the tower remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. Was Richard III a ruthless murderer or a victim of historical injustice? Did the princes meet their end in the tower, or did they escape, only to disappear from history forever? Or has the truth been twisted beyond recognition by those who wrote the history books? The mystery continues to fascinate and confound. What do you believe happened to the princes in the tower? Share your theories and thoughts on this dark and enigmatic chapter of history. Could the truth ever be uncovered? Or are the princes in the tower destined to remain one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries?